Hey, Hyla, you want me to read you a bedtime story?
No, I want to watch Zingaro.
When sailing, plans can change any time, and often you end up staying longer in a place than you were planning. But there's always a silver lining, and this time it came as a much-needed chance to do some work on the boat and get her ready to sail again. Looking back, I must admit, I will miss you, Aruba. We had some fun. But it's time to move on because what we have ahead of us now is an 8-day epic crossing to St. Martin. Will the wind and waves be on our side, or will it be a battle fighting for every single mile?
We are ready to rock. We're going to go over to the immigration office first, then we're going to go to customs. This is customs, this is immigration. So when you get off your boat, turn to the right. You can't go to the other place first, or else they're just going to turn you around and send you to the other place.
Hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need.
Okay, it's 10:10. Nice breakfast. Look at that, a rapist for breakfast. And we're getting out of here. I'm gonna start the engine and show us off the dock.
When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again?
How do you feel?
No sé, me duele como la cabeza.
Oh no. It's okay, I got you. I'll do everything. And I'll get us there. Semi-safely. So, what's up, people? My beautiful people. We are making about 160 good, hard up on the wind, which is good for us because when we turn, we should probably make like, that makes 050 good, and that's almost the bearing that we need for exactly where we're going, which is almost never happens to me. I'm very excited. So look, I've only got the headsail out. It's single reefed right now. We're not hard up on the wind, but we're pretty hard. And we're making 4 to 5 knots. I'm gonna put out the main, and then you can see what this boat can do.
I show you what I wish I knew. My will is strong with a place to lean. In the moment I hung desperately. The other ring of my wrist is gold, pairing with the light it holds. When I return from my spin and roll.
Alright, I just fell us off a little bit. 6 knots. Much better. Alright, so now we got full sails out. We're doing pretty good. The wind's probably 15 knots, 16 knots, 17 knots, something like that. And then you can see that the main is luffing. See how amazing? So we're gonna pull this in a little more and try to fix that.
I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone.
So I just pulled it in a little bit more and now it's better, see? It's just barely rippling here. There's not much farther we can go with that sail, so eventually we'll just have to fall off a little bit. But this looks great. So we just had our first casualty. Well, 2 actually. So this dog wasn't lashed all the way, and this got a little wet. Not too bad. The mast is leaking just a bit. You can kind of see it rolling down here. See how it's wet here? Not a big deal. Almost all masts leak. So you'll see a little bit of water here, a little bit of water here. That's why this is separated here. It's just how it works, man. It's really tough to get the master not leaking. But this, I came in here and I was like, what is this? And it was like, it was like overflowing through here like a river. It turns out that that wasn't shut. You can see all the water dripping down. So I need to get in here with some fresh water. You can see it right here too. That just drains to the bilge. Not a big deal, but yeah, it needs to be fixed. Oh, hello. Hello, Hansen. But this is not leaking. These are not leaking. I just rebedded these. No water in here. That's great. No water in that one. I just rebedded that one. So slowly but surely, I'm making this boat watertight. It's getting there. I mean, it looks like it's a little wet right now, but I just forgot to close a hatch. It's really, really dry because we're taking a lot of water. I'm doing 7 knots into 3-foot waves, and it's coming over the boat. I gotta put on pants so we can be PG friendly. I think that's what's been age restricting my content. Because I keep showing my ass. I won't do that anymore. Just on Vimeo. Let's go get wet. Now I got your booty. Alright, I'm not sure why the jib's not coming out, but it's not coming out. Alright, it's 4:30. We lost like half the jib. It's just twisted at the top. I can't get it out. So this is all we have right now. Which is not bad. I mean, I could use a little more sail, but it's definitely too windy for the whole thing. And we're making okay progress. We're averaging 6 on the phone for the whole trip. So I've tried like messing with the up and down. I think what's happening is Aruba's right here. We're just getting past Aruba, and I think we're getting some ripping current right now. So I think once we get away from Aruba, it'll be better. So I'm just kind of going to town. I'm also grilling some chicken. I'll try to show you guys what I'm doing. It's kind of rough right now, so this might be a little shaky. All right, it's 6:30. It's the end of the day. Let's take a look at the numbers for the day so far. Right now, we're averaging 5.9 knots after the last 6 hours, 7 hours almost. Top speed is 11 knots, average is 5.9. We're doing 24 degrees over ground, which is good. Not horribly good, but pretty good. We're kind of going that way. And we want to be going, let's see, go back to route. We want to be going 50 degrees. I'm just going to keep going this direction all night. See if we can't get out of this current. We're definitely in some current right now. The more north we get, the less current we'll be in. And I think it's gonna make it a little easier for us to point up north. The wind's supposed to clock around a little bit farther to the southeast also. So I think if we can get through tonight, then we'll be good to go. We're about to lose our insignia, but that's okay. About as high as I can pinch it on this boat, so maybe I'll fall off a couple degrees so we don't accidentally tack. I think I'll do that. It's gonna be a good one. You guys want to see it? All right, I'll stay up here.
Daydreaming is my new middle name. This is not a game for me. Imagining is my new best friend, and ready's all I see. I got a PhD in love.
So I get questioned all the time as to whether or not I get close to other boats. Yes, very often. Container ships. There's a cruise liner right out here. I'll show you. I've got my spreader lights on just to make sure that they could see me. And then I just called them and said, hey, Captain, I just want to make sure that you can see me. I don't have AIS, so I have to pay attention. If I had AIS, it would tell me that our CPA is going to be 1.4 miles and we will pass astern of this vessel, because that's what they just told me. But it's always good to contact them and let them know you're out here. So I don't know whether or not you're going to be able to tell, but he's about a mile away, a little over a mile. It just looks like a little dot, but he's actually really close. I can see the whole ship. He has a bearing that's barely moving from mine, so he's been on my starboard side, and almost the same bearing for the last hour or so. So that means we're almost gonna hit each other. So I just wanted to make sure we were good. And the spreader lights are on just because I wanted to make sure they could see me, which they can. Yay, we're not gonna die. So it's glowing. I'm gonna show you guys outside now that the lights are on. Right now we're doing 5.7, 6.5, 6.1, and that's our track right there. We're still north of Aruba. Not making a horribly good track, but it'll be fine. We'll get there. As soon as we get to the same longitude as Bonaire, then we should get a little bit of northerly current, which will help us with our lines. Okay, peace. Here he is about 20 minutes later.